YouTube Nation, what is up? Eagles Truth here with you, and I'm making a response video to an Eagles YouTuber. Now, this Eagles YouTuber is going to be anonymous as far as I'm concerned because, look, we root for the same team. We have the same goal, and that's ultimately for them to win. Alright? So we're in this fan base together, and because of that, there's a certain level of respect that's there by default. Okay, so I'm not going to name who this person is. One of the reasons why I'm making this video is because, look, I'm a college student, I'm a boyfriend, and I'm a father. I'm a really busy person. It's one of the reasons why I'm not active here on YouTube with making videos and everything. So I don't want to spend all my time going back and forth in the YouTube comments with this person. So I'm just going to make a video and hope they see it, and that'd be it. Okay? And plus, you guys get to have your own take as well there in the comments. To explain the other reason why I'm making this video, like basically the debate, the reason that's got me kind of ticked off, I have to give you a little bit of a history lesson on as far as what's been happening with me and this person. About midway in the season, this person to me was in a debate, and it was basically, he said that that Carson Wentz was making Doug Peterson look good. Now, to some extent, that's true. But that's also true with Tom Brady. Tom Brady makes Bill Belichick look good. Drew Brees makes Sean Payton look good. Rodgers makes McCarthy look good. Good quarterbacks are going to make their coach look good. That's just how it is. So, with that in mind, there's some truth to it. But he went so far as to say that Carson Wentz was bailing out Doug Peterson. Now, look, I love Carson Wentz. I think he's going to be a top 5 quarterback in the NFL if he isn't already. So, that tells you how much I think of Carson Wentz. But you can't tell me that Doug Peterson's play calling, like a second-year quarterback, is not going to the line of scrimmage, looking at the defense, and they can call whatever fucking play he wants. Stop it. Doug Peterson makes a play call. Carson Wentz goes up to the line with it, looks at the defense, and can either kill it to a run play. A play that Doug Peterson also has installed. So, let's get this straight. Doug Peterson calling the plays. Doug Peterson has installed those plays in the offensive system in which this offense runs. Yes, Carson Wentz goes off script every now and then. That's probably like, 3 or 4 or 5 times a game. But for the most part, the offensive system, the play calling, it's all there. At the time Carson Wentz went out, we were number 1 in points scored and number 3 in yards gained. Wentz is a huge part of that, no doubt. He's amazing. But to assume that the coach, Doug Peterson, the offensive coach, basically, because that's his background, is not a huge part of that as well is... Sorry, it's stupid. So that's where it started, right? We're debating back and forth. Carson Wentz goes down, Nick Foles comes in, struggles. By the way, he sits there and says, see, but without Carson Wentz there making it, the offense doesn't work, which is bullshit because Carson Wentz was making those throws. So if you're able to make those throws, that means those throws are able to be made. Logic, but okay. I can show you, if he pushes me, I can show you video evidence of receivers being open that Foles, for whatever reason, just isn't hitting. It's just, Foles isn't comfortable with that. So Doug Peterson does what good coaches do, changes things, fits it to Foles' strengths, and goes on to win the Super Bowl. And by the way, if there's ever a Super Bowl where a coach is eligible to be MVP, Super Bowl 52 would be it. That's as close to a coach being MVP in a Super Bowl as I've ever seen. So I go back and being like, what about Coach Peterson now? And he'll say that, yeah, he gotten better. I can't wait to see him and Wentz now that Doug Peterson has grown so much. Now, I agree that there's been some growing over the years with Doug Peterson. But to not go back and be like, yeah, Doug Pearson probably did have a good... But like, to not do that is just, man, you're being fucking stubborn. You are being so pig-headed and stubborn. It's ridiculous. You know, and if it was just this, our difference of opinion with this, and him not wanting to go back and give Doug Pearson his credit, not just because of what he grew into, but to what he was doing even in the middle of the season, then I wouldn't be making this video. But nope. The conversation we've had kind of turned and morphed into how much he knows about football and how he's a professional and how he charts all this stuff and how his friend that he has come on with him, they do a segment together, and how he coached Cam Newton, how he's so, he coaches, I think, some college team or something. I don't know. I don't even fucking know. But, number one, it's football. It's football. It's not rocket science. It's football. If I really thought you knew more about football than me, I'd be like, all right, whatever, okay, congrats. And that'd be it. Because it's football. It's not this huge, amazing, important subject in life. It's football. So I'd be like, okay, fine, congrats. If that's your claim to fame, I feel sorry for you, but congrats. You know more about football than me. I'll come to you whenever I have a question. For example, I just came back from my college classes. I'm studying to be a CRNA. I know probably more, well, probably not. I probably, for sure, know more about the medical field than this guy does. People would say that's probably a lot more important. So I say this not to brag, because it's not like I'm a CRNA yet. Still got plenty to do. But not to brag, but to say, like, look, if you knew more about football than me, congrats. I'm making this video because it's bullshit. Now, if you're in the NFL, I believe there's certain things that you know about what works and doesn't work just from experience of doing it. The experience of it, I believe, is huge. That I don't have. And that, with the experience comes a certain type of knowledge, right? But as far as the game itself, no. I'm sorry. You do not know more about football than me. Now, there's some fans of the sport that they're just fans. They don't care to know all the ins and outs and everything. And that's fine. That's absolutely fine. That's completely fine. And there's fans like me, like this guy apparently. I would hope. You better be in this fucking, if you say that you know so much, I would hope you're in this section. And like probably many people that are watching this right now that know a lot about, we know what a flat route is, a dig route, a stutter route, a go route, otherwise a fly route, a post corner route, a post route. Like, we know this stuff. We know posting patterns route concepts and everything of how to, make a DB, for example, have to make a decision, and whatever decision he makes, he's wrong. The high-low patterns and everything. I know blocking schemes, and with quarterbacks, their release and how their feet should be set, and the rotation of their arm and how that should look, and just, I don't know, just fucking a whole bunch of shit. Like, pick a subject. We know football. You want to go football history? I can tell you the first ever Super Bowl. I don't know, I'm just going on random shit here between the Packers and the Chiefs. How wide the Super Bowl, oh my God, I'm going nuts here. How wide the field is, how much space is between the outside numbers and so we go in, like, what type of info are you looking for? Want me to tell you the PSI of a football? Of what the range should be? I mean, what do you want to know? What do you consider football knowledge? There's like a cap that's hit that you can't know any more about football. Because at the end of the day, it is just football. And you have to get experience. You have to gain actual NFL experience to know more. It just irritates me. It's like, Jesus Christ. I know just as much about football as you do, dude. And the people watching this, well, some of the people, because I'm sure there's some that are just fans, but a lot of the people watching me right now know just as much about football as you. You want to debate this? You're more than welcome to hit me up, and we'll have a live YouTube stream, me and you, and we can, go back and forth. I'd be happy to do it. I'm not sitting here fronting at all. The one thing you do know more than me is like statistical stuff, like, because you say you chart everything, like every Eagles play, you chart everything. Okay, if I want to know how many times the Eagles have run this play last season, I'll come to you, man. I'll come to you. And it's not because I can't do it. Anyone can do it. You go down and you write what they do, and then you can, do the statistics afterwards. Anyone can do it. We haven't done it. I'm not going to do it. You did. Congratulations. I'll come to you when I want to know how many times the Eagles have run this or that. But as far as the actual knowledge of the game, shut up. That's ignorant. That makes you look so fucking arrogant. Stop it. Doing this whole elementary crap like, I know, you don't know football. I know more about football than you. Like, really? Number one, it's football, not rocket science. And number two, there's not much to know. God, it drives me nuts. I'm out here, I throw football around with my son, my 10-year-old son. And let me tell you, he's really freaking good. I was thinking about actually posting kind of like a highlight video of him catching balls and everything. Little 10-year-old kid. And he's catching over-the-shoulder bombs for me and everything else. Now, I will say that my freaking mechanics throwing the ball is so bad. I throw more like an old Michael Vick. More of like a wrist thrower than an arm thrower. But that's besides the point. And, I'm teaching him. I'm teaching him route patterns. We go through all of them. We go through, let's see, the routes that he runs is a flat, a hitch, a curl, a slant, a dig, an out, a post, a corner, a post corner, a comeback, a stutter, and a go. Those are the routes he runs, and we go through them almost every day, going through. And he knows all of them. He caught all of them. I tell him, yo, be my Z receiver, or be my Y receiver, or be my X. He'll know exactly where to line up. I tell him to, I'll give him option routes and everything that he can run. He's not only a really good catcher, I already know that and everything, but I'm making him already, like, by the time he gets high school ball, like, he's going to know this shit so well. So, and I also coached high school football, by the way, Meadville Bulldogs. So, I don't think that makes me a professional either. That's another thing. Like, this guy said he was a professional. Really? I didn't know you worked in the NFL. Might have been your profession at one time, like it was mine. But unless you're in the NFL, the pro league, I don't consider you a professional. That's just my own opinion. That's not a fact or anything. It's just the way I look at it. But to sit there and I don't know what he considers knowledge. I can tell you the history of the game. I can tell you the dynamics of the game, like, measurements, like the field measurements and the PSI, like all this stuff and everything, like the ins and outs of that. I can tell you a lot about, like the play art and everything. Like, who's the X, who's the Y, who's the Z, who's the what the route tree, basically. Quarterback, what are they looking for as far as quarterback, as far as mechanics and everything? Or are we going more like route concepts? Are we going more strategic, as far as like game planning and stuff like that? What little nuances. Like, I don't know necessarily what you want to focus on, but oh man, I got like fucking heartburn like crazy right now. I don't know. I'm going in. I've ran it for almost about 15 minutes with this crap. Just stop. It's football. The people that have learned the game, like really learned the game, they all know relatively about the same amount of information. Stop putting yourself on a pedestal. You don't know more than me or more than many other people. Knock it off. Cut it out. Just cut it out. Or if you really know so much more than like you say you do, or this guy that you bring on knows so much more, then give me, like if I watch a video, give me something that I don't already know. If you're going to claim it, or the guy that you bring on claims it, then let me find any piece of information in your video where it's like, oh, I didn't know that. All right, I learned something new. Give me that. Give me that feeling, please. Look, it's fun to talk about. That's why I watch your videos. It's fun to talk about. It's fun to theorize. You might give me something that I hadn't thought about. Doesn't mean I didn't know about. Does that make sense? I just hate people that put themselves way up here and think they're, everyone else is down here. It's so fucking annoying. So I'm sorry, I've knocked you down a couple pegs. And if any of you guys know who I'm talking about, because I think I did give a few clues, don't say it in the chat. Don't be that guy. Come on. Especially if you're an Eagles fan too. Don't do it. But I'm out, guys. 16 minutes. Jesus Christ. Peace out, guys.